Yeah,
I wouldn't know about this level.
Right, because the meta keeps getting better, right?
We've definitely played this before in like top 16s. I don't know about majors, but definitely that's some big tournaments. I always think about the legendary run that you had at the Deep.
Thank you.
I've never seen such a jump. Like, you went 0-2 the week before and then just
I think it was the week. Yeah, you're right. It was either the week before or the week after.
You like hostility and some random Falco after that. And then you just like beat like every top 15 player. It was crazy. I was like, what? I just never seen that before in my life. Before or after?
Hard to believe that it even actually happened. Now that we're talking about it.
You might have the most variance of all time. That might actually be most variance. But here we go. I know iBDW hasn't been to a tournament in a while.
Right.
You know? Sorting out some life stuff. Said he had surgery.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad to see that, he's back and recovering well. But, still looking good nonetheless. And then Salt, they just, I feel like every, 15 seconds, they get better, man.
That must be what it is. Yeah, Salt is, I was watching, I think it's Salt versus Magi, and I was just watching their, platform movement and just kind of how they go about things.
Right. It's kind of,
What the heck was that?
I feel like Salt does a lot of things that, reminds me of a lot of things that you would go for back in the day, but it's like current though. They're implementing the ideas that you've had all along,
Yeah,
it's kind of like, how Blur has Zane that he can reference towards Blur, like, Zane's just doing everything. I feel like that's Salt for you.
Oh, I would have gone for that too.
But now Salt, they've progressed a lot in a very, very short amount of time. So it just shows you that, put in the work.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it's not too late. Oh, my goodness.
And I'm pretty sure Salt has beaten iBDW before in an online tournament. But I know, I think Cody for sure is up in the head-to-head. I think that might have been the only time iBDW's lost. So.
Yeah, Salt has beaten, good spacies, and that always catches my eye when a Falcon can beat really good spacies.
Oh, yeah, consistently, too?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice confirm.
Right?
A lot of Falcons, you'll get that stomp at maybe it was 50 or 60, and you'll go for a grab or a tech trap or something, but Salt just stomp knee.
Yeah, right.
And iBDW with the DI.
What about, top foxes that gives you just the struggle? What's the hardest thing to deal with? Not just this matchup, but versus a good Fox player.
Right. Hey, man, there's layers to it.
Right.
One of the things that I still struggle with is up tilt. That's a good move, and it really does stuff you if you're a Falcon and you're trying to come to. This all just came down there, but iBDW was in shield. But if he had an up tilt coming out, that's a different story. Is this it? No.
Oh, they missed the up air. Wait a minute. I feel like you can't give Cody no leeway. Otherwise, it's just he's probably gonna lose. As I say, what? Yo, I saw J Cubes do that earlier to Ben this weekend.
Oh my god!
I don't know what's crazier, that they went for that or that I've seen it twice this weekend.
It's crazy that they went for it. It's also crazy that it works, because sometimes you get shined like that and you go for it, but the Fox doesn't run out after you, and you just look like a dummy. And you knee and you fall down, they grab the ledge, and it's over. But then other times you don't go for it, you're just gonna get shined again, and that's the end of the game.
That's
so to believe,
is that move too strong to tech right there?
Nah.
Or you can still tech it.
I think you can. Is
anything
too strong?
I don't think you can react to that.
Yeah, that's
like you have no time. But even still, it'd be cool to know, because worst case you could just predict it, I guess. But I don't know why you would go for that if you.
I don't even. Yeah, exactly. I don't even think Cody was thinking about it.
This stage is so awful for Falcon, at least from my anecdotal experience from playing Falcons here and from playing as Falcon here too. It's just I like. I play Falcon in unranked because Falcon is
a fun character.
Fun
you got
character
a good Falcon.
to just clown around with. Thank you. And when I play at FD, I get washed here.
It can be very hard
every time, dude. Why is this so difficult?
Yeah, it's like the
it doesn't look like it should be that hard, but it is, right?
And this used to be a Falcon counter pick.
Really?
This matchup.
Back in the day?
Back in the day, people were like, "Oh, you get grabbed one time, Falcon will just tech chase you."
That's crazy hearing that back, because people weren't tech chasing that way like that back then.
Yeah, they weren't tech chasing that way, but it was just the game was so different back then.
Right? I believe it.
I think people were just afraid.
I remember there was that point when, as Falco, Yoshi's story was just an auto win, and now it's like,
yep.
It's like kind of hard now, you know? He's like, I don't know. I get counterpicked there now. It's crazy.
Yeah, the way that the stages have evolved as the meta's gotten different is really interesting.
Yeah, right? I feel like this stage, okay, granted, Marth reigns supreme. I think that's one thing that's like kind of always been there. But I think Fox has gotten better at this stage, man.
Yeah.
Like, Fox has a good matchup spread here when it's not versus, like, Marth.
Peach.
Maybe Peach. I still think he beats Peach on FD.
I believe it.
Yeah. But, you know, Fox is a pretty good character here. But if I had a tier list for, like, best characters on FD,
it would be
definitely,
Marth.
Definitely think Marth Fox.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Any character with a chain grab, I guess. Okay.
Look at that sticky walk.
Right?
Salt's movement is outrageous.
Right?
And the decision making, like, they just make the crazy good decisions real quickly.
Yeah, it's because it almost looks like they're messing around.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, that's just the right thing to do there.
Right.
Like, yo, that's not normal. Yeah.
Salt's cracked.
Yep. Cody takes that game. I was about to say Salt and Cody at the same time.
Sody.
Sody.
Well, I say iBDW is definitely the favorite here.
Yeah, for sure.
Would certainly be an upset if Salt took the set, but
you know, it was a world. But you know, also, you know, Cody is favorite for a reason. I would say one of the favorites to just win the tournament outright.
Right, exactly.
So you know,
I think it's so hard to be. It's just hard to be consistent with Falcon. It's hard to be consistent with Fox in a different way, but
yeah, it's tough too because like I feel like with Cody in particular, like right when he was really making a threat for #1, he had to have surgery and like take a hiatus.
Yeah.
So kind of like, you know, it's kind of tough, right? Like you start the year, you know, you finished the summer pretty strong, and then it just kind of had to take like a couple of months off to get right. So just getting back in the swing of things when you were already ahead is like tough to deal with. But still,
you think like mentally as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, mentally, it's just gameplay wise too. You know, I'm sure he's probably playing less, just given the fact that, you know, he had surgery. But okay, and Saul's like, look, I don't care. I'm trying to make it happen here. Trying to make this upset happen.
Yeah.
What's the for you? You are the Falcon player. What's the best and worst transformations?
Oh, that's a good question. I do like this transformation. It depends on who you're playing against, too. I do not want to mess with Fox on the rock transformation.
Right.
I don't like the fire transformation either. Ooh, this is starting to.
Yeah, this is
Cody's starting to run away with it.
Starting to get blown up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice edge guard. I'm shocked. This is a good stage, but I just feel like Salt is better on something smaller.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I feel like the way they put their hitboxes out, it would just like work better on a smaller stage. But we'll see.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice discipline to not keep going after that up air.
Right.
Yeah, you don't.
See, I feel like that's the difference between Salt and you. Like you have the idea too, but you'll just go for it. All or nothing.
That's not a good style. I gotta say.
Sometimes it is.
I've seen the error of my ways, Brandon.
Depending on who you play, sometimes you gotta just.
There's something a little immature about it.
Think
you know? I want my combo.
Hey, I mean, it's just like, yo, imagine you just had this nice dish, some of your favorite food.
I mean, I do want it.
And then, you know, you eat like half of it, and then you just stop.
Well, I guess I don't want to stop. I don't want. That's right.
It's kind of just like, you know, when it reminds me of like when the little kid eats too much candy, stomach hurts after.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta know. Like, hey, don't eat all that candy.
I told you.
They don't care. They just sugar is just.
It tastes
sugar
so good
is goated
to our animal brains.
All right. So Yoshi's, I mean, I agree, but although maybe I'm wrong, I have been commentator cursing at a crazy clip this weekend.
Oh, dang. That's cursed.
I've been wrong, like, bro. For all my basketball heads, I got 50, 40, 90 splits. I'm just I'm shooting 92% from the free throw with the commentators' curses. It's bad.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's almost impressive how accurately I've been wrong.
You're gonna feel responsible.
Yeah, you know, I low key. I'm like, yo, someone should go somewhere smaller. Just losing. Like, I feel a level of responsibility here. You know?
I think versus Fox.
Oh, versus Fox what?
It could be.
It's a gamble sometimes,
yeah,
right?
it feels like a gamble.
You know, Fox is a character where I felt like I've played.
Oh my
I've gotten
goodness.
destroyed. Oh
what?
my goodness. I've gotten destroyed insanely bad by this character, and in turn, I played some of the best melee I've ever. Oh, come on, yo. Just said, why not?
I would have been sick if it worked, but
you know, Fox is a character you play bad. You just play some of the best melee of your life.
Salt's stomps are out of control good.
Right.
I feel like Salt was just looking like Marty McFly, like hovering over with the hoverboard.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's something you would have went for.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're both laughing, having a great time.
How did they jump over that Fox get-up attack and still get that stomp? I'm just in shock right now.
And iBDW takes it. And Salt kind of conceded.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
3-1.
It was about going for a Falcon punch there.
Yeah.
And, you know, at least it's good to see people just play the game at a high level and not take themselves too serious. I think a lot of people, when they play, a lot of competitors got protagonist syndrome. Rightfully so. You put the hours in, you put the work in, you know. But, you know, it's all relative at the end of the day. As someone who has been on both sides, just think, you know, sometimes just have fun with it, you know?
It is a game after all.
Yep, the classic. It's just a game.
It can be hard to balance the fun factor and not.
A lot of people equate fun with winning.
Yeah.
Those are different. So, at least to me. But, you know, it's a good set nonetheless.
It's like when you want to have fun by winning, when you don't win, it's really not fun. So how do you keep the fun when losing, but also win? Yeah.
You want to know how somebody feels, you just beat them.
You know what else, Brandon? Not everybody can win.
That's true. In
fact, when it comes to tournaments, do you know how many people can win a tournament?
Only one.
One. Why are we all squabbling over this little piece of land at the top of the mountain?
Yeah, 99.9% of people are going to lose.
You're telling me only one can win each time? How many players are at this tournament who deserve to win a tournament? There are too many.
Well, technically, one.
Only one can. It doesn't matter how many people are deserving. It doesn't matter.
The bracket does not discriminate. You know, if you lose, you lose. You lose is you get 3-1, get 3-0.
So we better learn how to have fun if we lose.
Yeah. You got to enjoy the events for what they are, you know?
We can't all be that one.
That's facts. And even then, even amongst the...
Even when you are the one, you have to go to the next tournament.
Yeah, but then only like, let's be real. Let's just keep it a buck here. We're watching all this melee. Only like 10 people got a real chance. Let's just keep it. Let's call a spade a spade. Most of these people here, you and I, all these people watching, they're not going to win.
No, they're not on the list. They're not on the short
list.
list.
It's just a fact. It's just a fact.
But even...
So somebody with a jersey on is probably going to win. And even they lose.
They do.
You know?
But you even say, even with that small number 10, 10 is so much bigger than 1.
10, I'm being courteous.
You are
keep
being...
it a buck.
Let's make it
it's
4.
Like
let's
5
make it
of y'all
4 or
that
5.
actually got a shot.
But that means that,
you know,
3 or 4 people who could be the one are not going to be the one.
That's fact.
Each time.
That's how it works.
I've just been thinking about...
It's in the name, Bobby.